Welcome to Real Talk with R.A.G.E. I am your host, Antoine Butler, better known as DJ Dap. And we have a great show for you today. So let's get here with the preliminaries. This is the Resident Association of Greater Englewood. We could be reached at our website at rageenglewood.org, or we could be reached by phone at 866-845-1032. You can also email us at joinrage@gmail.com, and we can be followed on all social media. What is R.A.G.E? Well, R.A.G.E was founded in November 2010. We are strictly a resident-driven association established to build relationships with fellow residents, Englewood's public officials, business owners, and organizations. We are a completely asset-based grassroots organization that strategizes to address community problems and work to create tangible solutions. Our guest today is the phenomenal Stephanie D. Coleman. She is the daughter of Englewood. She is also the 16th Ward Committeewoman elect. We are proud and humbled to have Stephanie here on the show. Welcome to the show, Stephanie. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you.
R.A.G.E.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Real Talk Live.
You're a member.
I am a proud member.
Let them know.
A proud member of Residents Association of Greater Englewood.
I went a little bit ahead of myself, so I'm going to read a little bit. See that? You see, I'm going to read a little bit about Stephanie. I was supposed to read this before she came on, but
that's okay.
Stephanie is a lifelong 16th Ward resident. She is the daughter of the retired Alderman Shirley Coleman and Pastor David Coleman. At an early age, her parents taught her the values of education, the importance of working hard, and the obligation to help others. Ms. Coleman got her start in politics from her mother, former Alderman Coleman, Shirley Coleman, as she learned the importance in making constituent concerns of the utmost importance. Stephanie received her early formal education from Emmanuel Christian School and Chicago Military Academy in Bronzeville. In addition, she holds a Bachelor's of Business Administration from Robert Morris and a Master's of Nonprofit Management from Spertus Jewish Institute. Ms. Coleman has a heart for service and is actively involved in issues concerning our youth and young adults. While participating, Stephanie has always been committed to making a difference and changing lives. With that desire, she is ready to make her commitment to City Hall. And I must add, she is also the youngest female African American in the Democratic Party. You are killing them right now.
I'm just a girl from Englewood.
Hey, just a girl from Englewood.
Just a girl from Englewood.
The daughter of Englewood. I love when you popped up with that. Because I'm a son of Englewood, but I can't say that.
Thank you.
It's kind of whack. It don't sound like daughter of Englewood.
Well, you're a son and a father of Englewood.
Okay, you're right. Wow, you're making me feel old, but I get it. I am a father of Englewood.
You are.
I guess. Wow, we got a call. What are you doing? We got a caller already? I didn't even get a number. Give us a call at 312-738-1060 if you want to talk to Stephanie Coleman, the Committeewoman of the 16th Ward. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead. Caller?
Hello?
Caller, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Mila, and I was calling I just wanted to talk to Stephanie because I just think she's sensational. I mean, her approach to people, she's very approachable.
Thank you, Mila.
Representing Englewood in a way that has never been represented before. I mean, the daughter of Englewood, she's classy, honey. They say that we're not classy when we're from Englewood, but we are. She's smart, honey. She has degrees.
Thank you.
I heard she has more degrees than a doctor, honey. And she is doing big things.
Thank you, Mila. Thank you. Well, I'm a proud daughter of Englewood, and just as myself and DAP and other members of R.A.G.E, we are the good and great in Englewood. It was once said that there is no good in Englewood, but we're here to tell you it's all good in Englewood. Thank you, Mila, for that. We appreciate it.
Yes, honey. And Stephanie, I just wanted to know one thing, honey. I had one question for you.
Okay.
And my question for you is, how did you get so fabulous?
I knew it. She was born like that.
I have a fabulous mother and fabulous women who I grew up, who taught me very, very well, right in the heart of Englewood.
There you go.
Thank you, Mila.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate your call. Thank you.
Have a blessed weekend, holiday weekend.
No, Stephanie, let me ask a question. We got some more callers already. I love this, though. You bugging. You got me bugging right now. Who is Stephanie Coleman? And when and how did you first hear about R.A.G.E?
Wow, I heard about R.A.G.E about 2013.
Okay.
I remember, actually, I call her my ward mother. Her name is Deborah Turner. Shout out to Deborah Turner over on 60th and Halsted. She told me about R.A.G.E, and she said there's this young group from Englewood, and they go by the name of R.A.G.E. And I said, what is R.A.G.E? And that name is so, just as daughter of Englewood, it's catchy. R.A.G.E was so catchy. So I did my due diligence. You know, we are millennials, and we have the power of social media. And I went on, did my research, and just started attending. I remember you all, it first started doing So Fresh Saturdays. I would attend and brought some supplies one year. And have been going to the meetings, and the rest is history. And now I'm a proud member.
We're happy to have you, too.
Yes.
We got another call. Caller, you're on the air with Real Talk with R.A.G.E. Go right ahead.
Let me say, first of all, Stephanie, you pretty.
Thank you.
You know what? A couple things I want to say about the area. One, there's not too many nonprofits in the area, because that's one thing you can tell about other affluent area, because they have a lot of different nonprofits that in the area. And I remember one thing your mother said years ago. I have a very, very good memory. And she said she was working at a movie theater in the area by the name of Englewood, where she could earn some pocket money. But there's not too many places around in the area where youth can earn themselves some pocket money. And that's one of the problems. And I always wonder, do that, you know, I think that leads to a lot of the crime in the area, because when youth don't have money, they're going to do something to get it. And we don't have too many businesses coming in here to want to open up.
Well, Joe, I'm going to tell you that's, all of that is changing. And
I'm going to hang up listening to your response.
All right. I appreciate your call, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
All of that is changing right now, Joe. You got anybody 7 to 12, you come knock on my door. I will find some work for them to do. I have a ton of kids do it every Saturday. I'm going to do my part always. Believe that. And I think that's part of the problem is, well, our men not standing up. We're not standing up, and the women are shining, and we're looking weak, and we're getting and the outsiders are feeding off of us right now. So I appreciate your call. Stephanie, you got something you want to say to Joe?
Well, as Joe was saying, now I remember growing up, and you all can relate, our parents telling us about the Englewood Theater, Empress, Kresge's, Cars grocery store right on 63rd and Halsted, and it's organizations like R.A.G.E and Teamwork Englewood and concerned residents and constituents that we are working hard to get businesses back in our community. It's going to take time, but it's nothing but hard work that's going to get Englewood back to what it once was. And I look forward to raising my children so that they'll have a job right in their community, just as our mothers and fathers had the opportunity. I would have loved to have worked in a movie theater on 63rd and Halsted.
I know, right?
How dope would that have been?
I know. Thank you for calling, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
I got a question for you. Growing up as a daughter of a political official who served for 16 years in Englewood, and mind you, my first ever involvement with anybody political was with your mom.
Really?
Because I was like 8 years old, and I swear your mom used to walk down our block like it was a parade on Saturday mornings.
Wow.
And I never knew who any political official was, but my mom used to always be like, oh, that's Shirley Coleman.
Wow.
I'm like, who is Shirley Coleman? Then once I got older and started reading more, I was like, oh, okay, well, Shirley, serious, you know what I mean? So the fact that I'm sitting here with her daughter, I am so excited about that. Let me finish the question. I didn't look at me. What challenges What challenges or benefits impacted your race for alderman for the 16th Ward?
Well, DJ Jab.
Yeah.
The benefit is I have a great example of a leader. Not only a leader, but a servant. I love my mother. My mother is so amazing, and she's my mama, so I'm supposed to feel that way, right?
Exactly.
But just the legacy and her hard work in those 16 years, she really laid the groundwork. There would not be a Whole Foods had it not been for Shirley Coleman clearing out that land on 63rd and Halsted.
Sure.
Working on Kennedy King College, a new 7th District police station, medical services on 51st and Ashland, the bettering housing on Halsted, between Halsted and Green. It was the land, the really the hard work to laying out the ground for that. Just the legacy and the great name and the hard work, it's undeniable. Now, the con is, with every benefit, there is with me working, because I love being Shirley Coleman's daughter. Now it's a little difficult getting our older constituents to call me Stephanie Coleman, right? Because they call me Shirley Coleman. But that's okay too. I'll be Shirley Coleman daughter. I'll be Shirley Coleman Jr. It's no problem.
Shirley Coleman Jr.
Shirley Jr.
I love that.
Yes.
So we got another. This is Real Talk with R.A.G.E. We got another call. Caller, you're on the air. Go right ahead.
Yes, good evening. I am just so excited to see this young lady that's there. This is Miss Griffin.
Hi, Miss Griffin.
Hi, Stephanie.
How are you?
I'm fine. And I want to know, what are you planning to do with the title that you're holding? Because back in the 80s when I came to Englewood to work in Human Service at 64th and Green,
yes,
we had a phenomenal together community.
Yes.
Once your mother became our good person over at 6200 South Halsted, we were still a thriving neighborhood, and we're still the best.
Yes,
and I'm looking for great things from you, because I know you have it in your heart and in your soul.
Yes.
And don't let anything stand in your way, because also I want the audience to know, under your mother's leadership, when domestic violence came to Chicago to provide that service, we met at your mother's office.
Yes.
And arranged for domestic violence. I'm a little disappointed in where this domestic violence has gone, because I got on board because I thought about job creation, but there was no job created for domestic violence. And I will get off and let someone else speak. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Griffith. 7th District does have a domestic violence with their CAPS community policing. So we are working hard so that CAPS programs, block club organizations, the domestic violence, the youth programs, we're making sure that those programs, we're going back to what worked, and really working with 7th District and ensuring that those programs are back to what they once were. But again, it takes hard work and it takes participation. It takes participation, and my leadership will be that.
We got 2,000 calls. I can't even answer a question. I don't know what's going on, Shirley. I'm calling you Shirley now.
Okay.
I don't even know what's going on.
Even the young ones call me Shirley.
Listen, we are looking at the next alderman of the 16th Ward. And I said it. What? She will be the alderman. And I said it. Caller, you're on the air with Real Talk with R.A.G.E. And this is Real Talk.
Memory served me right about your mother. Your mother had some battle scars, and she fought some big wars with Richard M. Daley, because if memory serves me correct, she stopped that, one of the aldermen that stopped that project of Kennedy King, because there was no minorities working there on that site at all. And because of that battle she had with Richard M. Daley, and plus the fact your mother was a little bit tired, Richard M. Daley had a little bit to do in terms of your mother not being the alderman. Am I correct in saying certain things?
Well, you are correct. When the plans for Kennedy King College, there were not minorities, and my mother, as well as Alderman Orinda Trotman, stopped the construction of Kennedy King and ensured that there was an African American GC who was building that Kennedy King reflected that of the community, and she worked very hard. She fought tooth and nail with the mayor, but it takes leadership and it takes fighters, servants, to make sure that whatever came in the 16th Ward, it reflected the 16th Ward, and that's pre and post construction.
Now, right now we getting a flood of others in the 16th Ward, and I know.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
And it's going to take a fighter to ensure that whatever comes in the community, it reflects the community.
There you go.
It reflects the community. As bad as we need jobs, it doesn't make sense if the jobs are not for us.
There you go. Say word. I got a question. During the automatic race in 2015, you were fortunate enough to go into a runoff and very, very close to winning.
Yes.
Our political analyst, because we do got one. You know, people don't think we got one, but we do.
Shout out to R.A.G.E.
Stated that there was a large number of millennials who turned out to vote. What do you think it was that brought those younger voters out?
Well, when I decided to run, there weren't too many young people. And I think the biggest attraction was they saw someone who looked like them, who talked like them, who could relate. I can relate to having degrees and not being able to find a job.
Right.
You know, it's something when you can get a job, a gun quicker than you can get a job.
There you go.
So I relate to millennials. I relate to my generation. At 27, I ran, just had a dream of having millennials' voices be heard. I would have never imagined that the millennials, you know, the day of the millennial would have really been such a huge impact. But right now, I like to take this moment of the millennial and make it a movement. You know, millennials are known for being vocal, but we aren't known for voting. So my goal as committeeman is to increase voter registration and voter turnout, especially among young adults. That's my #1 goal. If we can get 5,000 new registered voters, we're such an untapped, that's a game changer. I lost by 76 votes.
Ain't that something?
76 votes. So my goal is to get every young person registered to vote.
There's 76 cats standing out in front of the store who are felons and think they can't vote, but we got another call. Caller, you're on the air. Real Talk with R.A.G.E. Go right ahead.
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead with your question.
Hi. I just wanted to say good evening to Miss Coleman, and I also wanted to say thank you for the event during Christmas time that you had at Moraine Park.
Oh, you are so welcome. We are looking forward to doing more things in the park, just as R.A.G.E. just did So Fresh Saturday.
Yeah, we do.
Moraine Park is such a hidden treasure on 57th and Racine, and I encourage everyone to stop by that park. It's so beautiful, beautiful garden. It's all good in Englewood. Stop by Moraine Park. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. And also, we wanted to know, what do we do or have to do in order to volunteer?
You can go to our website, stephaniedcoleman.com or daughterofenglewood.com, or give our office a call, 312-721-0588. Someone is anxiously awaiting your phone call.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Keep it up. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we got another call. I got some questions, but I'm not going to get to ask them because you got the daughter of Englewood on Real Talk with R.A.G.E. Go ahead, call with your question. Please, go ahead.
Comment. What I was going to say is, when you want the neighborhood to do well, you have to get on the pastor, because God works through the church. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate your call.
Thank you. Amen.
I don't know what he said, but
amen. It is nothing but faith and hard work. I am the daughter of two pastors, Pastor David Coleman and Pastor retired Alderman Shirley Coleman, and I know who holds my future, and I know who holds the future of this great community, and it's only but God that will be able to change the crime and all the disparities that affect us. So thank you, sir.
All right, I got a question. Caller, you got to wait. Okay, caller, because I got a question. The committeeman, the committeewoman position that you're holding, that is an unpaid position,
Yes.
but you have responsibilities that include voter registration,
Yes.
community forums, election materials, and election operations. You are also responsible for the producing smooth political processes during the elections in their wards,
Yes.
which includes to produce higher voter turnout. You
Yes.
already addressed the fact that you're definitely trying to get the millennials out to vote. What are going to be some of your strategies that you're going to try to? Because I got some, and we need to sit down and talk about them.
Absolutely.
But what do you think you're gonna? What are you gonna try?
Well, in addition to sitting down with DJ Dap and talking about strategies, we're working to rebuild an organization. We haven't had an organization since 2007.
Okay.
And that organization will be an effective organization where we're going to bring more young people into learning the electoral process, where
Right.
we'll have precinct captains, organizing our block clubs. I always say take an inventory block by block so that we'll know our neighbors. When we take that inventory and when we really organize, then we'll be able to address who's registered, who's not registered, how many are in per household. We'll be able to purge walk sheets and really get to the hardcore numbers, really identify our votes and increase that voter registration and voter turnout.
There you go. We got another call. I don't know why you are so hot on this show. I swear. Caller, you're on the air. Real
This is
talk.
a hot show.
I ask you,
That.
if you wind up being an alderman, please go to some of these high schools in the area, and you see some of them are so depressing that it's not even funny, and it's just like a youth detention center. And when you walk in the front door, you got somebody that got a belt, and they got handcuffs and all this other stuff around on their belt, and you got to go through the metal detector. And when you walk inside, it's so dark and grabby, no color, nothing, and the attitude is so bad. Please go to some of these high schools and you see whatever. If they gotta have all that stuff around, can they at least have a jacket, try to cover some stuff up? Please try to do something about these high schools because it is so depressing. The governor was right. The governor was right about one thing. These schools, they do look like crumbling prisons.
Well, we thank you for your concern, and I make it my business to visit Team Englewood, Harper High School. We haven't gotten a chance to visit Robeson, which is not in our ward. I just visited a new school on 60th, a new high school on 60th and Western. We make it our business to reach the young people because they are the future.
There you go.
And it is my personal goal to make sure that those juniors and seniors are registered to vote. And we will work hard and diligently in making sure that our children receive a high quality education. So thank you, caller.
All right. I got one more question before we go. With all the issues that are happening in Illinois, many of us are losing faith in the Democratic Party. How would you work in this new role to gain the faith and trust back in the Democratic Party?
Hard work and showing the leadership. I'm very fortunate, again, to being the youngest African American female in the Democratic Party. So making sure that our voices are heard. But in order for my voice to be heard, I need your voices to be heard. I need the voter turnout because the Democratic Party is based on a weighted vote. So if we have low numbers, our voices don't count.
There you go.
So we need as humanly possible, as many as humanly possible, to just exercise your right. It is our obligation to vote.
There you go. I mean, people, you know, a lot of terrible things happen to black people for us to be able to vote. So, I mean, at my point in my life where I would refuse to vote, I still my mom in the back of my head was telling me get up and go vote. Like even when I had complete utter disgust with the election process and who was running, I would still go and vote. So keep that in mind. You gotta go vote.
Please vote.
Please go vote. One more thing I want to say though, I want you to learn more if you're interested in joining R.A.G.E,
Yes.
we also have an open house coming up on July the 9th. You can learn more about us on July 9th at Antioch MB Church, located at 415 West Englewood from 11:30 to 1 p.m.
Yes.
We got another call. We're
Right
gonna
on
go to another
63rd and Halstead. Please.
Please come join us. We are looking for members. We need to take our community back. Caller, you're on the air. Last call. Come on, go ahead with it.
Hello?
Go ahead. What's your call?
I wanted to say, with all the shootings and abortions, people dying and everything, there's a shortage of voters being created big time. And also there's a mass exodus of decent black people wanting to escape these war-torn areas where people are dying. Now, speaking of the church, I'm 61 years old. I'm a Bible teacher. And I see that the churches, they're meeting places now. They're like places where people condone anything. They talk about having a good time, but nobody is held accountable. There are a whole bunch of Bible verses they won't even mention. They'll say that you're wrong if you even bring up what God put in his word. That is where the death and destruction is coming from. You don't have a family if there is no man there. And none of these churches have it written on and say, black man, we want you back here. They don't want them back. I've been there for all these years, and I saw that whenever I spoke about what the Bible said about man being the head, I got met with a bunch of political stuff, what's coming down from the government and all this stuff, empowering whoever. But God was kicked to the curb. So that's where the bloodshed is coming from. We want some unity and power as a people. We got to go back to what leaders from decades ago said, not this new age stuff. You just can't change anything whenever you want to and expect it to work. That's where the bloodshed is coming from. And it's going to increase if we don't go back to God. If we don't be talking about the Bible if you gonna cut pieces out of there that you don't like.
Right.
God don't like that, see?
Right. I gotta.
If we want to stop this bloodshed, because I noticed something since I was a little boy, it's gotten worse every decade. So guess what? The next 10 years from now, we all gonna have to be wearing bulletproof vests. We'll be talking about voting, but the voters are dying. Can you address that, please?
Thank you for your call. I appreciate your call.
Thank you, sir.
Let me say one thing, though, before we get to anything else. Wow, you got just calls crazy. Listen, as far as the exodus from Chicago goes, that's a media ploy, all right? They want us to leave because now we will not be the majority in the next 10 years. You're saying something about bulletproof vests in 10 years. In 10 years, it won't be nobody that looks like me and you on the South Side. Right. If it goes the way it's supposed to go, I'm here. My personal objective is to wake up as many of us as I can that will stay and buy, because very first and foremost, a property is an investment. It's not just where you live, but it's an investment. So a lot of people have gotten rich off of investments. So believe me when I tell you that that's what it is. And we thank you for your call. This is the last show of the season. I wanted to end it with Stephanie Coleman.
Thank you.
The next alderman of the 16th Ward. I said it, what? This is Real Talk with R.A.G.E. My name is Antoine Butler. We can be reached at we are the Resident Association of Greater Englewood. We can be reached at rageenglewood.com.org. Our phone number is 866-845-1032. And you can join R.A.G.E at gmail.com. You can follow us on all of social media. My name is Antoine Butler, and I've had a great season doing this show. Steph, you got any final words?
Join us July 16th, So Fresh Saturday.
So Fresh Saturday at Hermitage Park.
Hermitage Park, Englewood Back to School Parade, August 27th at Ogden Park.
Yep. And
Englewood 5K.
That's in October.
In October 23rd.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. I've had a great time this season with the show. My name is Antoine Butler, and this has been Real Talk with R.A.G.E. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a blessed and safe holiday.